What's going on, guys? Anel here with NKY Honeybees. Today is a beautiful day. Bees are busy. Hopefully you can see it. But today we're going to check some of the boxes. Some of the honey supers we added on these back here. We had a little bit of flow a couple of weeks ago. So today we're going to get in there and see what's going on, if we need to add more, remove some boxes, and so on. So let's take a look and see what's going on in the hives. All right, guys, so let's take a look at these two boxes, Apimaye Hive and this other hive. So I just want to take a quick peek, see if there's any honey flow coming in, and then I'll do a full inspection on the bottom. I'll probably just fast forward. But we're going to take a look at both of these hives. Some of our nectar flow was coming in about 2 weeks ago, I would say. So I added these. The box is full on the bottom. But looking at this, doesn't look there's much going on. There is some bees up here, but not much, honestly. We'll pull out a frame or two just to take a look. I didn't expect them. So our flow started, as I was saying, it started a couple of weeks ago, but then we got cold weather. You know, April in Kentucky. Not much here. Yeah, I don't see anything going on. There's just some bees working these frames. However, not much going on up here. So we'll take a look at the bottom box, see if they're bringing in nectar and storing it down there. Yeah, the box is light. Not much going on there. See lots of bees here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 8 frames full of bees. That's what we want to see at this time of year. The flow supposed to kick in probably within the next week or two at the most. I know I said that last time on the videos, but like I said, we got a cold spell for a while. But we'll see how that goes. You never know with Mother Nature. Changes all the time. This frame's a little heavy. Yeah, this is full of nectar. So it doesn't look like they're bringing it up to the second box yet. They might be later on, but this is full of nectar here. Beautiful. I'm gonna move that to the end actually, because this is a full frame. Here we go. Let's take a look at a few more frames here. Maybe we can see the queen too, see what's going on, because we have this open already anyway. Beautiful. This is all brood coming out. Some drones I see around, so beautiful frame right here. The other side is full of nectar. So it looks like they are bringing in, our flow is definitely on. So this is a second frame that's full of nectar. At least one side, the other side, some of it. But that's a couple of frames. That means there is stuff coming in. It's probably just not as heavy as it should be. But then we're end of the April. So usually the flow here is end of the April, beginning of May. So we're right on time. I'm kind of glad we didn't get all of these things blooming earlier because of the cold spell, because it would all be dead. We would definitely miss out on a lot. All right. This here is interesting. So this is brood and everything else is back filled with nectar. They're definitely bringing in nectar. So the other side actually looks the same. Some drone brood, but all the empty cells here are all back filled with nectar. So they're not really bringing nectar up in my second box, which I don't like. But we're gonna do something about that. What? I don't know yet. We'll figure that out. Maybe I might have to move a couple of these frames up there. A couple of these fresh frames up in the upper box, and encourage them to move the rest of the nectar up there. So that way queen has room and space to be down here and lay eggs. Or, hang on, let me give them a little smoke. Or I might remove the queen excluder and let them just come up, let the queen lay a couple of frames out and then put her back down and let that hatch out. They'll backfill it. So that might be something to do here. I might need to watch a couple of videos, see how people do this. This is heavy. Why? Because it's full of nectar. Yeah, so this is like fourth, fifth frame that's full of, this is all backfill. Let me show you actually. Let me bring this in. So all of the frames are like this. Hopefully you can see that. So whatever brood hatched out, they're backfilling with nectar. So the flow is definitely on. Let me make sure you see it. Yeah, this is nectar and pollen. Yeah, so it's looking like they're bringing in lots of nectar. They're not bringing it up in the box. But I'm gonna go ahead and probably remove the queen excluder. Even if the queen comes up, that's fine. I'll just find their next inspection, bring her right down. Actually glad I checked this, because looks like they might be nectar bound soon, if not already. So we'll take a look. So we're just gonna continue to the next frame. Heavy, full of nectar. Yeah, this might be a problem. So they're backfilling everything with nectar. This is all full. So I'm going to need to let the queen up, just because I don't want them start making swarm cells. I'm not in the mood catching bees now. So therefore, we're gonna remove the queen excluder, let the queen come up and lay, which she probably will. I think. You never know with the bees. And they'll just give them more room so that way they can lay and bring up the honey if they do. If not, I can just bring the queen. Like I said, next inspection, I'll bring her down and leave the nectar up there, and they'll continue to stack it. I don't see the queen anywhere. There's definitely lots of bees. I do see eggs right here in this frame, but to be honest, I don't see a lot of room for her to lay around here. Oh, there she is. So there's my queen. If I can see her myself, she is right there. And that's an overwintered queen in this Apimaye hive. But this is a frame full of eggs. Hopefully you can see these little white dots in the middle. But if you look at this other side, this is cap brood. So this is the only frame I really found that's kind of empty. The rest of the frames are backfilled with nectar. So the flow is definitely on. Like I said, it might not be full blown flow, nectar flow, but it's getting there. I'll definitely remove this queen excluder, let the queen come up, let them bring up the nectar if they want to, and then I'll just manage it like that. They definitely, she definitely needs room. Same thing here, it's backfilled. This is just cap brood. So I'm glad I actually checked this hive here. We'll go to the next one, see what's going. Oops. They don't like it when you drop a frame. So I'm located in northern Kentucky, right outside of Cincinnati. Looks like flows here. Weather is actually getting warmer next week and so on. So that'll even be better. Just in case you're wondering if you're around this area. Another laid up frame. And nectar. So nectar, nectar, nectar. It's everywhere. So looks like, my friends, we got ourselves flow going on. So this time I'm gonna put the box back. What I'm not gonna do is put that queen excluder. It doesn't look like they're coming up. I know some people say put a couple of frames of brood up there when you first start and stuff, but I'll just, as is, I'll leave it and let the queen come up and lay that up, and then I'll just bring her down in next week when I do an inspection. Queen can come up. There is some bees. Queen can come up, start laying these frames up. That's fine. That's what I want her to do. And then I can just exchange the frames, put the brood down and the nectar up here, and hopefully this should be good to go. Just start filling this up. All right, so Let me close this up and then we'll go to this one, see what this one is all about. All right, let's hope this one's doing a little better. They're bringing the nectar up in the second box instead of keeping it on the bottom and backfilling everything. Like I said, when you do inspections, you never know what's going on here. I immediately see a lot more bees up here in this hive. I can see them. Oh yeah, absolutely. This is definitely much different. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All of the frames have bees on them. So this one I'm gonna take a look. It doesn't look like it's heavy, but they might be preparing this, just working on these frames, cleaning them up and so on. So let's take a look at a couple of frames. There's definitely a lot of bees up here. So that gives me hope that they're bringing nectar up instead of keeping it down there. Oh yeah. Yep, this is all filled with nectar. Let's take a look at this side. Yep, this side is full of nectar. Let's put this to the side a little bit. You see the difference between the two hives? I mean, they're right next to each other. However, these bees won't bring the nectar up. They won't come up. There is no bees. There is like a handful of bees. Each frame is full of bees. I didn't do anything different in this hive. All I did is put a box and queen excluder. They're set up exactly the same. Yep, there's lots of nectar on here too. So is this frame as well. That's exactly what I wanted to see. I'll take a look at the bottom anyway because the other hive was backfilling stuff, so I want to make sure this one's not. Oh yeah, absolutely. This is full of nectar. Well, a couple of good things here. Nectar flows on, and this hive is doing really good. Or doing what I wanted to do. I shouldn't say really good. They're all doing really good. It's just that this hive is listening to me and bringing nectar up here so queen can lay on the bottom. I'm just trying this here. I'm gonna do maybe like a couple of hives with single brood management box. That means only on the bottom box is left for the queen. The idea is they bring the honey up here. How is that gonna work? I haven't a clue. They're even capping some honey on this one. Let me bring that up. Look at that beauty. They started to cap. The rest of it, it's nectar. But the top, they started to cap it. That, my friends, is beautiful. That's what we want to see. There's definitely nectar on the next frame, so I'll leave this alone, this top box alone. I'll let them be. Let them do their bee thing. And I will go ahead and go to the bottom and make sure they're not backfilling things on the bottom, which can cause a headache, like swarming. I definitely don't want to deal with that. See that pink dot? There she is. She's just looking for places to lay. This frame is full of eggs. So this one looks more like what I want to see. I want to see brood down here, nectar up top. Wow. That's a lot of bees. So these are all cap brood. However, on the sides here, when I look at it, it's all larvae in all stages, which means she's laying really good. The other side, beautiful pattern. That's what you want to see, in my opinion. Of course, I'm not an expert, but I watched enough videos to know a thing or two now. So this one doesn't look like it's backfilling anything here, which is beautiful. That's what I want to see. By the way, this was a package installed March 20 something, 5th, let's say, give or take a couple of days. And they're doing really good. All right, that's it for this one.